Now, as for Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, I'll start off by saying this. I don't even know why a man would take a woman serious who is bisexual. If you're bisexual, that means you're into women and you're into men at the same time. I'm not trying to wife you. Maybe I want a threesome. Maybe I want to have some fun. Maybe I want to experience some things on the wild side. But wifing you and expecting to be exclusive to each other, hey, for the men out there, if she is into women, there's nothing that you as a man can provide her. And that is something that she is actively pursuing. Therefore, you will always fall short. So she'll be licking some coochie while you're with her, and you're over there thinking, well, the only time she's going to do it is when we get together and have one of these get togethers, if you know what I mean by get together. And it won't be so. You could get cheated on for a woman or for a man. Either ways, I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that Iman Shumpert made in this Teyana Taylor marriage situation. Now, they had beautiful kids out of their union. Don't get it twisted. I won't even talk about their kids because I'm a father myself and I don't want anybody talking about my kids. So I'll just pass that part. Some beautiful kids came out of this relationship, right? And then it fell apart, which honestly was expected. It lasted a while, but it still fell apart. The elephant was in the room. I saw Teyana Taylor. She did an interview not too long after, and she said, I was the one that invited that into that energy or that thing into our relationship. I was the one that pursued that. She was talking about women and being into women. And she said, I was sitting back and watching a lot of people out here saying how Iman forced me to get involved in other women's stuff because he wanted threesomes and all that. And she was like, no, that was my idea. I'm into that type of stuff. And I was like, damn. So his marriage was doomed from the beginning, especially if he didn't know that that's what she wanted to pursue. And then she introduced that in the middle of her marriage after convincing a man to have him say, I do. Anyways, more recently, she is with that British actor. And she's like showing it off to the world that we're together. Honestly, my honest opinion out the door, somebody put that relationship together. Some agent put that relationship together. That relationship is not genuine. And that relationship is more like a business transaction. That actor from the UK, he's looking for space in Hollywood, in the USA, on our big screen this side of the pond. And one of the ways to do so is to form a relationship with somebody who has some clout on this side of the map. And they just did that. They hooked up, and now she's acting like, oh, this is the softest, most loving, best ever relationship I've been in. They're trying to give this couple's goals thing. If you notice, he hasn't spoken much. She's doing all the talking. And there's a problem. She shouldn't be talking, especially where it concerns her previous relationship or her relationship with Iman Shumpert. So, news headline says that Teyana Taylor was found in contempt of court recently, and she was ordered to pay her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, $70,000 as part of their court battle. US Weekly reported this in one of their exclusive reports. On August 5th, it said that the judge's final order was entered in Taylor and Shumpert's fight over who violated their 2024 divorce judgment. They both accused the other one of being in contempt of court, which is when someone disobeys or disrespects the courts and or the court's orders. They each demanded that the other one be sentenced to jail time. Teyana Taylor eventually dropped her incarceration plea. So this whole time she's out here smiling and laughing and talking about her new man, she's actually in court trying to get Iman Shumpert to be sent to jail. Yeah. And now, mind you, she made off good in this divorce with a lot of money, with a whole bunch of houses and luxury cars. And then she made a video saying everything she got in that divorce, she paid for it herself with her own money, which I highly doubt. Not saying she didn't have money, but everything you got, you paid for with your own money. So you're trying to say that he walked away and did not contribute anything? The details of the divorce is out there for those of you who want to go read it. Because that's what I did. I didn't just take words from other people. I read the details. Iman even covers everything that has to do with their children. Dance class, swimming lessons, if they jump off the sidewalk, everything. So the orders revealed that a hearing took place on July 25th when Teyana Taylor, who was 34 years old, and Iman Shumpert, who was 35 years old, they were both present there with their lawyers. The judge heard testimony from Teyana Taylor and from Iman Shumpert. Third-party witnesses and reviewed evidence were submitted by both exes. Now, according to the order, the court denied Teyana Taylor's request to find Iman Shumpert in contempt, and the judge said that she had failed to present sufficient evidence to support her allegations that the former NBA star leaked information regarding their divorce judgment to the press. She was the one that did that. The judge also denied her request that her ex pay all her legal bills. You see, these women, man, I don't know. They have mastered how to smile with the public and how to act like they are the victim, all while victimizing a man. If you look at the Sha'Carri Richardson arrest video at the airport, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. She was gaslighting the shit out of Christian, her boyfriend, Christian Coleman. Thank you, Christian. Now I'm getting arrested because of you, Christian. I'll never fuck with you again, I swear to God. Poor Christian over there trying to duck from getting hit in the face with a headphone, getting pushed around, slammed into the concrete beam. And the police saw her do it. And then she blames him. And then these women get on social media and also blame him. How you blame somebody who you saw getting victimized? Well, we don't know the whole story because we don't know what he did to her earlier, why she retaliated that way. We don't know if he hit her somewhere else where we couldn't see it, and now she was getting her lick back and the cameras just so happened to be there. I'm like, yo, these women, they're seriously delusional. They were on a plane. And when you're on a plane, you're on a camera. And from the plane, when the plane door opens and you walk through that little tunnel to get into where you pick your bags up at baggage claim in the middle of the airport, you're on camera again. No video shows him doing anything to her. Yet the sisterhood, the fake sisterhood, was willing to tear this man down even while he was being victimized. So Teyana Taylor is no different. She reminds me of that type of woman with that type of energy. She out here trying to get Iman to go to jail. She's trying to get the judge to order him to pay all her legal bills. So in regard to Shumpert's request that Teyana Taylor be found in contempt for allegedly violating their parenting plan, that was also denied. The judge said that he had failed to establish that Teyana Taylor's actions were willfully contemptuous. They were contemptuous, but you have to prove that they were willfully contemptuous. So Iman Shumpert also accused Teyana Taylor of violating the terms of the divorce agreement. And he pointed out that an Instagram video back in March 2019 of 2025, which is most recently, it included information about the judgment. The judge did agree with Iman Shumpert that Teyana Taylor willfully violated a prohibition in their divorce judgment prohibiting any disclosure of the judgment. They were both never supposed to speak about who got what and what happened where. So the court finds that Teyana Taylor, in violation of that final judgment and decree of divorce, and is in willful contempt, the documents said. Teyana Taylor accused Iman Shumpert of being the one who leaked the information about their divorce to the press. The courts noted that Teyana Taylor failed to present any evidence that Iman Shumpert spoke to any blog about their divorce or leaked any documents. What's crazy is we all sat here and watched Teyana sit on video, multiple videos, by the way, and speak about her relationship and the divorce and what took place and the judgment. So it appears that Teyana Taylor and her counsel failed to engage in even a minimal amount of diligence to determine whether her claim of contempt had any factual support at all before the petition was filed. The order noted that Teyana Taylor had refused to answer questions from Iman Shumpert inquiring about her assets and her income, further stating that such information was completely irrelevant to any issue. The courts noted that Teyana Taylor has or will appear in no less than 3 movies since their divorce judgment was filed in July of 2025. And additionally, she has been casted and will appear in a television series beginning in fall of 2025. So she's out here getting to the money. She's working. The money is coming in. Honestly, I think this was a publicity stunt for her. They already looked up. Hollywood is a weird place, okay? And they will have you sacrifice your loved one in order to promote your next project. She and her team probably looked up. This is me just saying what I think might have happened. This is not me claiming to know that this is what happened. I don't want anybody trying to sue me. I think she looked at the pros and the cons of this and she said, how much is it if I violate that order? And somebody said, I don't know, about $70,000. She's like, I'll make that in a day. I'm violating the order. Because if I violate the order, then all the information comes out about what I got coming up next. And we got to promote what we got coming up next. So, boom. Here you have it. She'll be appearing in a television series beginning in fall of 2025. She has 2 or 3 movie projects in the works as well. Shumpert argued that Teyana Taylor had the resources to pay for his legal fees. Taylor has failed and refused to produce any evidence to repel such a claim or charge against her. The court ordered Teyana Taylor to pay Iman Shumpert's lawyer $70,000 for legal fees, and that is to be paid in full, no later than 2 weeks from the court order. So at this point, she has roughly a week and a half to pay that money up front. As it was first reported, Teyana Taylor denied all of Iman Shumpert's allegations in courts, and she claimed that she had tried to co-parent with her ex, but he remains upset or mad for no apparent reason. He just mad. Come on, girl, you know why that man mad. Now, in an alleged private message that was sent from Teyana Taylor to Iman Shumpert, submitted into evidence, she wrote these words, quote unquote, "You are so bitter and clearly can't seem to get out of your emotions. This is draining. You keep throwing stones and hiding your hands. You are a professional victim. Leave me the hell alone, please. You keep trying to text first and be professional after you crash out. I'm getting tired, is what Iman Shumpert replied. You keep trying to text first and be professional after you have already crashed out. I'm tired, he said. That was his response to her. They will hurt you, and then they will sit over there and act like why are you so bitter? And clearly you can't seem to get out of your emotions. This is draining. They'll hurt you and then act like you hurt them. You ever been around somebody like that hurt you and then act like you're the one that hurt them? This is what this chain of text messages that were shown in court actually revealed. So Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, they got married in 2016, and it lasted until 2023, which is way longer than I thought it was going to last. And Teyana Taylor was the one that filed for a divorce in 2023. She was ready to move on. The case was put on hold for several months while they tried to reconcile, but all attempts were unsuccessful. And after months of back and forth, the divorce judgment was entered in July of 2024. Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, they shared 2 children together. One of them, Julie, was born in 2015, and Rue was born in 2020. So she got young kids, right? Hey, I wish them all the best, but she's going to pay that $70,000. That's like a promotional fee, honestly. You know, sometimes, man, it's sad that they cannot co-parent now, and we're finding that out too, even though they tried to paint the picture as if everything was cool behind the scenes. Shout out to Iman for not dragging her in the media. If you notice, that man hasn't said a damn thing about anything. She's the only one who's been talking about everything. But we all know why. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. I don't even know why people get married anymore, because they don't last. I'm out. Peace.